Okay guys, so we have Hey guys, what is up? Break96 here, and we are in the garage for the second episode of the rebuild, or the fix as it were. I didn't mention this in the first episode, but this is a TVR servo with a 4.5 litre V8. So it's quite a cool engine. Never worked anything like it before, or anything of that matter. The only thing I've done is change tyres, which is relatively easy if you know what you're doing. So the first task of the day is to remove these 4 bolts around the diff so that we can get to the bearings, because one of them is quite worn and not the bushes. Yes. What did I say?
Bearings.
Bearings. Something wrong. Yeah, the bushes. So we're going to get to the bushes to replace it, and it's easy to do with the car suspended. Paul is very happy because he gets to use his brand new tool.
Thankfully I don't have to use this too often, but it is incredibly useful when you need it. Actually...
Okay, so Paul's tried with the impact wrench to shake this bolt loose, but it's proving very difficult to come out. It does not want to, essentially, and it's begun to round a little bit, so we don't want to go too hard on it. The next course of action is trying to get a spanner on so it counter turns it the other way, or holds the bolt at the back in place, or the nuts even. Other than that, WD-40, heat. It's going to take a while to figure out, but it's definitely worth doing it now than it later, seeing as the car is up. Okay, so the problem bolt is still a problem, but we're checking the, if the hole in the diff is threaded or not, because then we can drill it out and try and build it that way.
Tell you what, it definitely is threaded because I can't shift it at all.
Yay! Well, we know it works.
Yeah, and we also know that if I remove the head on this one up here, then it's not going to be a pretty end of the story, because I still won't be able to do anything with it. I've got to hold it carefully. Right, try again. Okay.
This bolt, and this bolt all out. It's just this one at the top that is being stubborn, and maybe we'll have a crack at it, but the goal now is to basically put all the weight on that and hopefully stress it so it breaks any kind of friction or whatever else going on in there. There, but up there. So we can take this plate off so we can basically get to this bush, essentially. You know, it's this one that needs changing. So hopefully it'll all kind of fix itself with gravity, essentially. Dropping the socket doesn't help.
Dropping it in your face definitely doesn't help. Oh, which is why I turned away. Maybe you do something like that. I think that's right. So, that is 15, is it? Yeah, okay. It's never going to be 16, is it? That would be ridiculous. Yes, it's 16.
Well, that's an even number, isn't it?
It is even number, yeah, which is why I said it would be ridiculous, but it is apparently 16 now. So, yeah, daft. No, it's not quite going to reach. So, my next trick Yeah, okay, that will hold there. I just need to get my ratchet spanner on the other side, and that's...
So, try every angle and then go for it. Okay guys, so we have an update. We need it to fit in like this, which it's not doing. It's kind of just sat like that, and when you don't have the right angle, it doesn't sit in properly. So, as you can see, this one is quite dirty. Let's see if I can get it in the light a bit more. Yeah, as you can see, this is quite dirty and rusted on the surface anyway. So, I'm going to try and clean it up with some brushes, and hopefully that will loosen it up, let it slide on the spanner a bit more. Our last attempt at taking that bolt out, I thought I had it, but it was sat on the actual, on the bolt instead of the nut, so that wasn't so good. Any luck?
Not really, no. No, not really.
So, seems like we're going to leave it and come back at it another time. Although this was going to be the easiest time to do it, so we'll at some point soon move on to the next order of business. Okay, take that back. We are having one more crack at it, but this time with some shorter spanners with the same head size. Hopefully that means we can shimmy it around, get more leverage in, and get it to sit on the nut correctly, so then we can have something holding it whilst trying to impact it out. We'll see how that works. If not, then, well, just giving up on that for now, and we'll carry on with the rest of the jobs for today.
So what I need to do now is lever it away from the chassis. So if I lever it in that direction, that should be undoing it. Just run. If you think about that for a second, if I do it that way, that's going clockwise in this direction, which, yes, that's definitely the right direction. The question is there any way of actually applying that leverage?
We could push something through here.
Exactly. I'm going to try pushing something through here and try and lever it against these chassis members. Pushing it through there is another option, but actually applying any pressure would be difficult. I'm not saying it would be impossible.
Difficult.
It would be difficult. You'd probably have to use a drift. You'd probably have to tap it or knock it or do something like that. But the thing is now, that is sitting exactly perfectly on the nut.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but we have got the spanner on. It's just a case of trying to put any kind of pressure on it to crack it open.
No, the ideal way of doing something like this would be actually to have some way of applying hydraulic pressure on it. So you literally use a bottle jack. You'd find something to put the bottle jack against, and you do something like that one, and here there just isn't any bloody room.
We're using this long wrench to try and push against the spanner that is locked in place.
I didn't quite do anything that time, but I don't think I had the right as much.
The old-fashioned way has prevailed.
It has prevailed, you're absolutely right. So now I need the long spanner. I need to lock it up in the space against the chassis rails.
Yep.
And then should be able to undo both at the same time. Yes, we are. Yeah, this is where the spanner should now drop in my face.
I can reach and grab it if you want me to.
No, it's okay. It should be like there. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Excellent. Thank you. Actually, the diff is just sitting on this bar here.
Oh, nice.
I didn't realise it's going to do that. Yeah, okay. Should have been able to work that out, but there you go.
Extra safety. Why not?
One good thing about having a cable tie there is that when I put it all back together again, I can just pull it up a bit, and it means I won't have to have jacks underneath here trying to push it up into place.
Yeah.
Which will help. Okay. Bloody hell.
Hey, we've done it. There we go. There's our prize. And yes, we used every single one of those tools to try and get that off. Now we can change the bush. Hey guys, Bring96 here. Thank you all for watching. We did this at the same time as we're doing all the engine work, and kind of just filmed it at the same time. So this is why it's in between the engine videos, just because that's how we did it. Next video will be an engine fix rebuild with the head gasket stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.